Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much for coming out this afternoon. I've been fortunate enough in my athletic career, which is long past, but to be a part of a couple state championships. But I can tell you, I have never, ever, ever experienced something like you just experienced out there. That was absolutely fabulous. So I want to start with a couple thank yous. First off to Dr. Montesano, the Superintendent of Schools, and the Board of Education for their continued support of our athletic programs. You see the beautiful new facilities that are almost in completion, and really they do anything they can to enhance our program. So thank you very much to them. I also want to thank Lou Pietro, the principal of the high school, the rest of the administration team, all of the teachers here at Hastings. I mean, it was a long ride towards the end there, and there was a lot of conflicts and some things that kind of got in the way, and everybody really supported these guys for whatever they needed to do to keep the journey going. So that was very much appreciated. Next, to Lieutenant Dosen. I don't know if there he is over there. He was really the mastermind behind that parade. It was awesome. To the rest of you, the community, to the fans. The support that these guys got, even back to last year through the state Final Four, and then to this year, it seemed pretty much the entire town was out for every one of the away games. Speaking to colleagues, other athletic directors around the section that were there, either with their programs, and I mean this, they would always say, "Wow, Hastings is bringing the loudest, the most supportive group of fans." And for one of the smaller schools in the section, that says a lot. Next, the Booster Club and the PTSA for their support. The Booster Club is always there when we ask for something or need something for our programs. They help finance the fan buses back to last year and this year again, so thank you very much to both of those groups. Terry Frank and Nick Frascone, who's our grounds guys, and I mean, we realistically weren't supposed to be on Reynolds Field until middle to the end of October, and they worked around the clock, we were able to get 5 games on there, our football team, our girls soccer team, our boys soccer team, so to be able to get 5 games on that field when we were going to be lucky enough to get 1 or 2. I mean, they work around the clock, really doing whatever they can to make that field look beautiful. Next, and certainly not least, but to the coaches, Fred Sandhoff and Rich Cavey. I mean, this year's run, I don't know how many you're aware or not, but this year's run was pretty remarkable considering that really we had no home practice field for these guys to play on, and 5 days a week, Monday through Friday, they were getting on a bus to travel to a practice location, whether it was in Yonkers at Tibbetts Field, at the Andrews School, which is right down the road, who were gracious enough to give us those fields as well, to have a place to practice on, and then to go on and win a state championship when we were trying to make do with practice surfaces throughout the year. It just adds a little bit extra to this special run that they had. And with Coach Sandhoff and Coach Cavey and their families having to go to more away games this year because we had limited home games here as well because of the limited facility. So for their families to endure what they had to go through this year with them being out, the hours that they put in, So to their families and to their coaches, to my family as well, you know, the longer the run, the more we're out of the house and supporting these guys in their away games. So thank you very much to their families, to my family, So now to a few of the players I want to recognize for their extreme accomplishments this year. So I don't know if you've seen on social media, read in the papers, but Alex Bourgeois, Oscar Pereira were named All-State.
Yeah!
Alex Bourgeois was also named Small School Player of the Year.
Yeah!
And Oscar Pereira and Jackson Silverstein were also awarded the Con Ed Award winners this year.
Yeah!
So I don't know if you noticed the banner up there, we haven't had a winner since 2006, and this year we got two. The Con Ed Award is a weekly award that goes out to a student athlete who had an extraordinary week in terms of their games, but also excel in the classroom and get involved with community service. So that's a testament to both of those gentlemen for the Con Ed Awards. Congrats. And with that said, I think it's important for the rest of the guys up here to understand that individual awards are great, but the team can certainly take a little piece of the awards that their teammates have received. Without the hard work of everybody up here, the team can't be as successful. And the more successful a team is, the more awards that you're going to receive and the more opportunities kids will get to be recognized. So, you have a couple All-State players and the Con Ed winners in all sections, but, everybody up here takes a little bit of piece of those awards, and I hope you guys realize that. So with that said, guys, and I'll wrap it up here, I want to congratulate you guys on what you accomplished. Not only, the first soccer state title in school history, but the first ever state title in school history, and that's added pressure. Makes it that much harder knowing what you guys are trying to accomplish to be the first in something. And you guys seem to be unfazed throughout the run. You guys were having fun every single day. A reporter talked to me before the state championship game, and just watching you guys warm up, it really, I don't think you guys took it, game by game. You weren't caught up in the moment at all, and truly impressive the product that you guys put out day in and day out on the soccer field. So with the conditions that you had to go through this year, with the traveling, pretty much every single day to and from, to fields, to practice and to play, that takes a toll. So I hope you guys understand that's a true testament to you guys as individuals, to the family members. You did it all season long without any complaints, without any frustration. Oh, we got to get on a bus again, the late nights that you guys had. So thank you very much to the families and to you guys, the players. Hastings is not traditionally known for their athletic accomplishments, but hopefully this will certainly begin to change that. Having players come back to play for their high schools from their different club teams, to play for their high school, to play with their classmates, and to win a state championship in front of their community and their peers, I mean, that's a feeling that it cannot be duplicated. So thank you very much. Hope you guys understand where if we stick together and work hard and commit to something, I mean, this is what's possible. I cannot be more proud of the program. You guys are the first team in school history to win a state championship, and that can never be taken away from you. You guys deserve everything that is coming your way, but it's important to remember, guys, to stay humble. You guys have now created a bond with one another that will forever link you together, no matter where you guys go in life. That's something you guys always have in common. Congratulations. So we have a few more people that like to come and say a few words. First up, our superintendent of schools, Dr. Roy Montesano.
Thank you, Adam. Appreciate the opportunity just to come up and extend my congratulations to the coaches, the team, the athletic director, the families as well. It's what an afternoon we just had. It was terrific. The community came out in full support. Everybody's so proud of what you've done. You know, as Adam mentioned, the first state title ever in any sport. So not only are you part of history, you wrote the history. And that's really outstanding. They've gone through a lot of 2 magical seasons, and to bring home the championship in this past one is just you know, beyond words can fully appreciate and fully describe. But it's one of those moments you wish you could bottle up and take with you and have with you forever. So whenever you wanted to go back, you could just open it up and experience it all over again. So remember how it feels, because we'd all like to do it again very soon. So no pressure. But you know, you guys have carried yourselves with dignity throughout the entire season. You were clearly the best talented team out there from our perspective, and it showed in the scoreboard as well. So you set the bar for other teams to follow and other sports programs to follow. And while we may never get there again, hopefully we will, but the attitude and the commitment and dedication that you showed in getting there is what we really do appreciate the most. So on behalf of the board, the staff here at Hastings, I want to congratulate the families. I know that doesn't happen magically. There's a partnership that happens, and it starts at home. And we appreciate what you've done for us and for our student athletes and for our community as well. So thank you. Congratulations again, boys. And we'll see you next year, I hope, right? At this time, it's my pleasure to introduce the Mayor of Hastings, Mayor Peter Swiderski.
A couple of special powers come with the mayorship. I get to marry people, and I get to put out proclamations. Whereas the Hastings High School boys varsity soccer team, known as the Yellow Jackets, has worked together to demonstrate their proficiency at the noble game of soccer, and whereas they are composed of the following players: Willem Bos, Alex Bourgeois, Ian Charles, Nate Constantine, Eddie Driver, Sasha Fuller, Jonah Griff, Julian Jacobs, Reed Koken, Michael Limatone, Nick Macaluso, Pearsall Mininger, Ahmed Nasser, Oscar Pereira, Michael Ratskin, Diego Rodriguez, Andrea Russo, Jackson Silverstein, Louis Sprague, Damon Theodule, and Ricardo Zarama, with head coach Fred Sandhop, and I apologize if I mangled anyone's name. And whereas last year the Yellow Jackets went to the finals only to come a game short of victory, and whereas this year they victoriously returned to claim the state championship, avenging their loss and honoring their team, their coaches, classmates, school, and community. And whereas they further enjoy the distinction of being the first Hastings High School sports team to claim the state championship, bringing even further honor and pride to their hometown, now therefore be it resolved that on the occasion of this celebration of their momentous achievement, I, Peter Swiderski, Mayor, do hereby proclaim the time period, and this is the first time I've done time period, of November 19th through December 9th, 2016, a time period sufficient to grant each boy a day of his own, the Yellow Jackets' 3-week celebration in the village of Hastings-on-Hudson. And parents, there's a copy for each of your children.
Richard Cady.
And assistant coach, Richard Cady. Sorry about that. I will leave this up here, and it's an honor and a pleasure. Enjoy the day.
Next up, I'd like to introduce two of our coaches, Coach Sandhop and Coach Cady.
That's Rich. If you watch Cablevision, that's Fred and I'm Rich. So we've worked a long time together. Sometimes we say longer than some marriages have lasted. We finish each other's thoughts, and we usually know what each other is thinking. It usually happens when we're coaching, and I turn to Rich and I'm like, what are we doing? And he usually tells me. So we've had a good experience together. But you know, as we started, as we thank everybody in Middletown when you guys were all up there with us and the fans, but a couple of people that I think, well, we want to thank again, but some new ones that we definitely have to start with Lieutenant Dosen for organizing this. We also want to thank, again, Hastings Police Department, Hastings Fire Department for not only waking up Hastings when we came home on multiple occasions, but also we'll add in there the Sleepy Hollow, Irvington, Ardsley, and Dobbs-Ferry. Traveling down Route 9 from the Tappan Zee Bridge with every single, I think, paraphernalia that you have in Hastings I couldn't believe it. Now, I'm going to say, you know, I'm sure that there are going to be one or two residents that will send letters to the editor saying that it was a complete waste of resources. I know, but I want to say this, that you touch the lives of, you know, not just 21 guys here and 2 guys here, but a community that will remember this for the rest of their lives. So thank you very much. Two others that really have to be thanked again, because if it weren't for them, we probably wouldn't be standing here. They've allowed us to come home late at night. They've allowed us to be away on the weekends. They allowed us, they've taken care of the homes when the homes fell apart, the laundry got done, the kids got bathed, the lunches got made, etc., etc., etc. And that would have to be my wife, Melissa, and Coach's wife, where is she? Where's she go? Where's Karen? Melissa and Karen, thank you so much for allowing us to experience some again, the passion that we have, the love that we have, and again, as Adam Ludwig said, you know, a lot of times people can go through their years of coaching, their years of players, and never reach something that we've gotten. So it's extremely special to us. So there's a lot of rumors out there as to why these guys put in so much effort and you know, basically won a state championship.
First reason, to get out of school early.
Second reason, the free food.
Third reason, free t-shirts.
The fourth reason, replace that Les Mis banner. And believe it or not, they're all true. A couple of other things. As we were traveling through our journey, I just want to point out a few things that happened this fall, you know, besides. Coach?
Number one, the Cubs won the World Series.
Ireland beats New Zealand in rugby.
MMA comes to Madison Square Garden.
November 8th, we're not going to go there.
Believe it or not, first time in 31 years I missed a Jet game, for a pretty good reason.
And of all things, there's a well in the Hudson, and let me think, Hastings wins a state championship. We like to think of ourselves as a team, maybe, you know, like the Yankees with no names on the back of their uniforms, and it's a team effort. But a couple of accolades to the boys that were already said. But just to read them off, you know, this team has accrued 4 all-section honorable mention players, 3 all-section players, 1 low-HUD player of the week, 2 Con-Ed players of the week, 2 all-states, 1 all-region. We've achieved, as a team, all-league, all-section, all-region, and a state championship. 21 guys, 2 coaches, 1 school, 1 village, and a community together. We made history. Well done. And the old cliche as we finish up with is priceless. Thank you. All right, enough of us.
I know that you guys want to hear what the boys have to say. So we've got 4 captains this year. Why don't you guys come on up? Andre Russo, Nick Constantine, Jack.
With that mic, come on.
I wasn't prepared to say anything today, but just want to say thanks to all the fans who came out and supported us at the game. They're a big inspiration to us and helped us achieve our goal of winning. I want to thank my mom for making cookies for every away game. That was a big motivation to win those games come the end. And I just want to say this experience is one of like the best of our lives, I want to say, and something I'll never forget.
I'm shocked, Nathan. It's short of words. That's so very surprising. Again, that's it. And again, I want to thank everybody for coming out and supporting these guys, supporting athletics as a whole here in Hastings. Hopefully we're turning the page. Congratulations to you guys. Make sure you check out the plaques on your way out. And thanks for coming out.
One last thing. Wait, Adam. Adam, one last thing. Hold up. Wait.
Can we go ahead 1 more minute? 1 more minute. I want to introduce a couple of the captains' mothers that have a couple of gifts they'd like to give out. Miss Karen Campbell.
We as the families want to thank the coaches for their time and their efforts this season, and to the boys, of course. We have gifts for the coaches that we just want to give them. Thank you to your families for, as you said, taking all the time to be with our families. So we have something for them, and we have something for the trainer and for the boys. Thank you. And these are little tokens for each of the boys. All right, we'll let you go now. Thank you.